We are recommending a significant expansion of the way in which affordable housing is funded at the federal level.
We are facing an affordable housing crisis, and we cannot ignore this epidemic.
If we went through the debate transcripts of the last 40 or 50 years, we wouldn't see one question that was about housing. Even though today, in big cities and small towns, there is an affordability crisis.
Homelessness is an issue experienced across the entire US, but why is it so prominent? What creates such a huge population of people to have such weak support networks, relying on handouts and charity for basic human needs? Over 582,000 people in the US alone are sleeping out on the streets, unable to house themselves, hold jobs, save money, or get back on their feet. Homelessness has been an issue in the US since the 1640s, which marks the earliest documented instances of unhoused people surviving in America. Colonists blame the moral deficiencies on the unhoused as the cause for their homelessness, assuming that those in God's good graces would not be so unfortunate. While Americans' worldviews seem significantly changed since then, the tendency to fixate on individual traits to rationalize homelessness endures to this day. Hyper-focus on the individual generally drives municipalities to criminalize poverty and homelessness instead of investing in systems that end extreme poverty, such as increasing affordable housing stock. When asked if there is something that causes homelessness, all of us can probably come up with some answer. Mental illness, irresponsible money management, lack of affordable housing, addiction, unemployment, foreclosure, traumatic stress, throwaway teens, relational brokenness, despair. All of these are real and valid causes of homelessness, but what is objectively the most prominent issue? Well, the answer is a lack of access to affordable housing. Affordable housing in concept is a great idea. However, in America, there are various issues, and one of those is zoning. You see, in any city throughout the US, there are maps that say where things should go. Here is the zoning map from 2016 in our town, Boulder. There is a lot of space for single-family homes to be built and not a lot of room for affordable housing. This is not helped by the 55 height limit in the city. Throughout the entire country, there's a mindset that prevents decisions on zoning from being changed to allow for more affordable housing, and that mindset is called NIMBY, which stands for Not in My Backyard. People agree that more affordable housing should be built, but everyone says, just don't do it here. And then when it comes down to deciding whether or not to do it there, in their backyards, people decide not to do it. It has now gotten to be that good old point in time where I admit I spent like 8 hours editing this and it's suddenly 2 a.m. on the day it'll be shown in class with a lot of spare recorded audio. My bad. I can't go very in-depth with the time I have to make this part actually decently edited, so I'll try to give you the summary of my full spiel. The number one solution to homelessness is affordable housing. However, the topic of affordable housing is a bit more complicated. This is where we residents and voters need to get involved to erase the NIMBY mindset and provide more legal space for affordable housing. We need to vote to increase government funding for affordable housing foundations to give more and more people their basic rights, one of those being shelter. We live in Colorado where we support the homeless fairly well, however, not a lot of other places are like that. Try to donate to legitimate charities that support the homeless, write to your lawmakers, and always remember this quote. If you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. If you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Instead of just giving the homeless items to help them survive out in the streets, let's help lift them up to support them towards building an independent future.